So you have recovered all of the votives. Then we may press onward to the next trial, the Crying Eyes. When we have reached them, I will tell you more. But now we must press onwards. Very well. There. The votives have served their purpose. Come, let us go deeper into Sincere. Before we can reach the key, we have one final challenge to bypass. The Crying Eyes. We must find them. Very well. This is the other obstacle we must encounter. The Crying Eyes. They're the last guardian on the path to the key. You must approach them, mortal. They will show you the way forward, if only you answer them. Very well. That is the key to the sorrows, mortal. It is perhaps not the sort you are used to, but that is certainly it. It is a branch of the ancient and wizened tree, whose roots touch this world and Ishara, the plane of magic to which all Fae belong. It is a branch of the gallows tree. The sorrows take the form of the gallows tree in both realms, and this branch creates the bridge between them. Come, let us ferry it to Bizarrain. Very well.
All this traveling, man. Finding out those combination there before. I wonder if there was some solution to it. I just guessed.
You have the key to the sorrows. That was well done. Indeed, everything you have done is more than I could have possibly hoped for. My reliance on you to this point was never my initial plan. I only needed Kadarok dead at the hands of someone else. But when I learned how willing you were to hound the Tuatha, I saw you would rise to every occasion. You became my faithful instrument.
What are you talking about?
How could Saturnin have eluded the minds of so many for these long years? Simple. He was a ruse. His existence was fabricated. While all eyes watched for Saturnin, another was free to wage his war, namely me. All for the glory of Gadflow and our god. When you killed the Baelor, I saw an opportunity to end the house and the mortal armies simultaneously. You became my road to a perfect victory.
You're not a twat?
True, I do not share the face of my brethren. As I explained to Gadflow, it was a necessary part of the plan. I have not worn this mask without sacrifice. Too long have I gone without feeling the warmth of Prismir or the love of my god. But soon this will end, and I can take my rightful place again.
Don't do this.
You seriously think your words might stir me to forsake a plan that has finally culminated after 20 years? Your audacity disgusts me. There is nothing to be offered, or given, or threatened, mortal. I cannot be stopped here, and I cannot be followed. But take heart. You will die long before the sorrows descend upon the minds of your mortal armies. Mercer will gut you here. Farewell.
No, they're gonna kill the elders.
Oh, you poor man. Only thought you died like a twat.
You survived. For better or worse, I know not. The house is in ruins, the eldest lie butchered, and Bizerain has betrayed us to the Tuatha. He must be denied. For our honored sorrow, our broken pride, our due vengeance. He cannot be allowed to use the house for war.
Stop him, where
He
is
is
he?
at the birthplace of summer and winter, where the Weeping King first pooled the anguish and decay inherent in all winter fae, Ashara. It is the plane from which all fae descend when they are reborn, and to which they return when they die. It is a place of pure magic. I fear you may have had enough of secrets, but here is mine. I am the Weeping King reborn. Bizerain needed a key to reach the sorrows. I do not.
You the Weeping
I did
King?
not always know. When you went to Amalur, I meditated beneath the gallows tree, and a part of me that had long slumbered awakened. It makes sense now. Why I could practice delving when all had lost the art. Why I can commune with sorrows. Be it fate or chance, we must take advantage of this. I think that as the Weeping King, I can bring us to the sorrows in time to stop Bizarrain. I do not know what will happen if I attempt to bring you into Ashara, but you have a strong will. That alone may save you. Bizarrain has a head start on us. However short, it is likely still enough. Be on your guard. We must hurry.
Oh man, all the loot on those dead bodies? Oh, come on.
You have a strong force of will. Stronger than I felt possible. I have never heard tell of a mortal that could stand in Ashara. But we are here. I can recall now, vaguely. I walked this place before, and shaped the ground. That tree in the center, it is the embodiment of the sorrows. Bizarrain will be there, but he has prepared himself. This barrier keeps us from him, and there are other magics at work.
Okay, can you destroy the barrier?
Yes, we can. I can sense the conduits the magic follows, and there are weak points, nexuses of energy that we can exploit. But Bizarrain is no fool. He will not leave them unguarded. And I feel strange presences. There is something waiting, mortal. Something dreadful.
Probably a tyrant. That's easy. There's a tyrant without ads.
We meet again, mortal. Can I truly be here? Standing before the sorrows? I remember no swords, fire, and then nothing. But he brought me back to fight you. I can't. I'm sorry, mortal. So sorry.
He went down quick. If you go up there, I'm gonna leave it.
We must be quick.
Okay, we gotta be quick. I'll do the first one.
You dare tread here? A mortal dare shows himself in the sacred lands of the House of Sorrows. I have been dead a short time, and already I learned so much since he raised me. You are the cause of all this. Bizarrain relied on you for his plans. Because of you, the house is dead. We must be.
Bum, 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 bum. 70 damage, like hello. How low can you go?
Finally, you have come. I must admit, I did not give you credit when last we faced each other. And now, I am here. My master has raised me to protect his labours, and I will oblige him. You may have bested me previously, but you will not do so again. Perhaps if I take your head here, my master will have faith in me once again. Shall we find out?
Even pay attention to what he's summoning, know what's coming with him. I just want to trace on the boss
We
and
must be quick.
the ads.
And so you have finally reached me. I have waited, mortal. The longest of any I have waited. And now, Bizarrain has raised me against my will to be part of his design. I sought to stop him. I found the plan he had conspired, and I fled the house, for I knew not what to do. But I could have stopped this scheme. And then you came and killed me. And now I am a puppet to his will. He cannot be stopped,
Oh
mortal.
yes, he can.
Bizarrain cannot be stopped.
Okay. Time for the big boy now, huh?
There is no time to speak. We must stop Bizarane before he can unleash the sorrows. We must hurry.
You have slain what best I could conjure, and the barrier has fallen. So now, we are here.
Yes, we are.
You think your presence here can stay my spells? The last words have been uttered. You are too late to stop me.
Please. Okay, 40%. Come on.
I cannot. You do not understand, Fey mortal. What I do is for the good of all the Winter Kingdom. There are fires coming to this world. I have only glimpsed a fleeting shadow of them, and I am awed and scared and humbled. Only the Tuatha will be able to bear these tribulations, so they must survive this war. Now, you understand why I must fight. I have to fight.
What's that? Oh, he has fire. Ah. Okay, so we need to just go with.
We must be quick.
I can't stand close to him. Oh,
You have
come on, that's
slain
some
what vestiges of your
bollocks,
past I could conjure. You think your presence here can save your plea?
Oh my god, I hate these stupid charge attacks you can do. And how much health does he have? Just keep on summoning those bullshit ones.
We must be quick.
I went ham on him with my fate and I still couldn't kill him.
You have slain what vestiges. You think your presence here? I cannot. There only.
I wonder why I didn't do any damage. My freaking weapon was broken.
We must. Bizarane may be dead, but the death blow
That's
is
why
still
I didn't
his.
die before.
The sorrows have already begun escaping their seal.
Wondering.
We need to act quickly, or this will all be for nothing. I must seal the sorrows within myself.
What will that do?
I do not know for sure. I will be forced to remain in Ashara lest the sorrows break free once more. Whether I will live or die is unclear. But I cannot be afraid. It must be done. For the good of mortals. For the good of Fae.
No, let me take them.
It is a noble sentiment, mortal, but you do not understand. They must be anchored in Ashara, and you cannot remain here. Only I can. But please, bear witness to this last act. Tell the world what happened here, how the House of Sorrows ended. We must hurry.
Okay, I've been waiting to something purple coming out of the ground. That was it. That feels cold to the touch and resemble the wood of the Sorrows tree in Sharon. You're the last member of the House of Sorrows, forced to be a witness to the end of one of the oldest institutions in the Feylands. Okay. Yeah, we're here. Okay. Probably sell off some stuff. Okay, so that was the last faction then, I assume. Yep. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this one.
Keep walking.
Hmm.
Looking to restock. Ilan Doldran has what you come back again.
Okay. Let's see, where is this at? All the way back there, huh? Listed under tax, I just wonder if you just give us some money.
Welcome to Gorhart.
We shall prevail.
You successfully found and returned all the volumes comprising Bratil's body book collection. The vulgar old monk would be proud. Oh, 10 books removed. Bolstering gems, huh?
Today is the day.
Yeah, that's it. Why does this have to happen? Annoying bug. Seems to Happened once. Then go into the quest menu. I'm just gonna get rid of another thing that we have on us.
Never surrender.
Is it? Was this at then? I can't remember where it was. Oh, can I quest up there? Go away, thank you. I got locked up in there when going to the quest menu, as you can do sometimes. Where the heck was that quest to hand in the armbands at Warden of Aton. Can't remember where Aton was. There we go. Found it.
East of the Wolds, fortunes can be had there for a... Oh, really? Someone finally answers to my... Now that's what I like to see. Finally, those bandits will keep the peace.
Yeah, that's a lot of armbands. 58 of them. House of Pride we go. How are you doing, Leela? Well, I did finish the faction one too, so yeah, I'm not caring about the factions because they will always be there. We only have these two left now. What I've read, there are 2 more quests after this one. Oh well, yeah, 2 more in the main story after this one. So I'm gonna go and do the DLC soon.
We can't lose.
Yeah, but we'll finish it this week. That's for sure. Relaxing day today. We have a busy day tomorrow though. Oh, an 80? Where to hear that? Okay, so I get like a... Oh god, I hate ranged. Widowmaker longsword, huh? It's a crap weapon. There's supposed to be some soldiers with us, but they died in the first room, so it's like okay. But it's gonna be a rough room. Overlord. Okay, there's no range. How did that miss? Hello? Oh, we are deserted yet again. Yeah, I was glad it was just one cast. Spellcasters are the most annoying ones. They hurt like heck too. Oh yeah, and there's supposed to be a boss here too, I think.
Halt! Parley in honor of... If you would be so pleased to have a word with us.
Who are you?
I have been chosen by the remaining members of our house to speak for all. We were most honored by your intention to free us.
Where are the rest?
We are
of you?
in seclusion, so it's best to observe this situation without any unnecessary interference or risk to ourselves. I assure you, we will be more than happy to assist you in Alabastra.
What do you want?
Simply carry forth and destroy Witch Knight Myrna, who has so commandeered our house. And her dreadful Prismere Chantry, of course. We are sure you'll have no problem finding her, or defeating her. We eagerly anticipate your success.
I think I'm thinking about removing this one and wonder if this damage resistance is I mean doing more physical damage is nice, but let's try it out. Well, let's see what kind of boss this is then. I mean, of course. Boss deleted.
Well done, child of dust. You've killed the immortal defender and liberated a house full of arrogant backstabbers. I should thank you for exposing the disloyal amongst my kin. But then, I have so much to thank you for.
You pay for killing me.
Your bravado is nothing more than the mewling of an angry kitten. Each Tuatha you kill
Angry
makes
kitten.
the rest of us stronger. Each one feeds Tianok. The goddess of mercy awakens. And with every step you take into my homeland, she comes that much closer to walking our world and purging your kind. So welcome to Alabastra. It shall be the death of you once more.
Yeah, it shows kittens are evil.
We have seen our champion bested, our advantage lost, and our minds are cleared. Bravo to you, champion. House of Pride in our ineffable wisdom renounces the Tuatha and demands that you accept our immediate surrender.
The Twats are driven out.
Your army is welcome here. We trust our benevolence will be well remembered should Gadflow be dethroned. We thank you kindly, and our mages have already been assisting your army in their march into Alabastra. We trust you do not object.
Move onwards to Alabastra.
Most excellently spoken. You have the commanding presence of a young Aegon, who once also bore the pleasure of our august company. Allow us to welcome you to Alabastra. We trust your visit will be eventful.
Physical damage and gold. Okay. Good loot. Let's see if there was. Let's see if there's loot. What a lovely place he came to.
The House of Pride opened its gates and welcomed us as honorary champions. They say it's simple hospitality, but I suspect we have you to thank. Now is the difficult part. We can hold Cluricon, even push a little into Alabastra, but we don't have the forces to mount a siege on Gadflow.
Trust the House of Pride?
Once the House of Pride gives their word, they'll never break it. At least, not what it looks like we're winning. Our real problem is that we can't march the army through Alabastra. Not in formation, at least. This will call for smaller groups.
Then we can't stop Gadflow?
Alabastra is a maze of valleys. Gadflow's remaining faithful would spot an army moving together, and the valleys would be the death of us. But where an army would fail, the 5 of us can triumph. If we split up, we can travel faster and catch them unaware. We will at the House of Vengeance, on Gadflow's doorstep. From there, we strike at Bale, the heart of his empire.
What aren't you telling me?
More than you'd think. But I promise I'll explain it all to you. Maybe once Gadflow's dead. I'll see you in Alabastra.
Oh, come on, there's more side quests. Oh my god, what the heck, man, is this? Oh, look, we have all this way to get all the way over there. Holy crap. Okay. Onwards. Oh, I just want to see how it looks like. Damn it. Aw. Okay, we're going full out offensive setup here now. Hello.
Praise Lyria. I thought you'd never arrive. Welcome to Camp Moondown. Are you with Captain Ancilla's company?
Moondown. I'm the hero of Melsenshire, you peasant.
We need soldiers, not heroes.
Oh.
Without help, we won't last long on this ridge. Still, any help is something.
What the
Will you lend a
heck?
hand?
Where's everyone
Our
else?
commander and his Ariad rushed
It
ahead
was
to
so
Shadow
rude in this
Pass,
game, though.
and the enemy moved in to divide us. Most of us left behind are dead, and the wounded might as well be.
We don't need a hero, we need soldiers.
Each Tuatha attack is bigger, more brutal than the last. We need fresh sword arms, lots of them. Thank you. Without you, we could not... No! That's a Tuatha now! Come! Goodbye.
Leave my quest guy alone. I haven't gotten his quest yet. Okay, satisfied now?
That should give you a taste of what we've been up against. Tuatha see this camp as sacrilege. Thank you for your help. The tales of your courage are true.
Yeah, how the heck do you think I did become a hero?
That I don't know. Fate has thrown so much hardship our way. Tuatha took our healer. The weaponsmith ran off. The mercenaries deserted us when the gold ran out. They're camped on the land bridge to the south, but they're not going anywhere while the Tuatha hold Shadow Pass. If you rescue Colm, our injured could fight again, and we might stand a chance. Raiders seized him 2 nights ago. It was dark, but I'm certain I saw them head to Glass Pillar Caves. Goodbye.
Little quest going on.
Keep your eyes peeled. Hello, mortal. I Dave of Pride. Wait a moment. The hero of Melson Shear. Here to offer your services.
Not really.
You have impeccable timing. I have some Bulgans that need to be disposed of.
What about the Bulgans?
They're everywhere. Big red faces. The stuff of nightmares. The Bulgan masters use them as foot soldiers when they can. They compelled the Bulgan to fight. If you're in the mood, locate these Bulgan masters. Shouldn't be too difficult for the hero of Melson Shear. Well, get to work then, hero. And come see me once you've thwarted the threat. Goodbye.
Almost. Let's see. We have a Bulgan Master, we have a Dungeon, another Master. We do them and move on and get to the next check. Another point where we can fast travel to, I guess. Yep, let's go to the dungeon. What a lovely pile of lovely pile of humanity. It's their face. What level are we at? 37. 40s max, I think. We still had go in. Let's see what kind of enemies do we have. Tuatha, and a Bulgan Beastmaster. Got the Beastmaster with some twats. Bang, 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 and down. Yeah, let's see where we need to go. Got a Twat Master over there. We need to deal with. He's a spellcaster. Yeah, of course. Ow! How did that swing miss that? Spank that booty. On swing now. And with all these arrows and let them come close is so good. Ah, why don't you fuck? Keep going. Misjudge the distance there. Yeah, my gear is more damage structured now, so I skip the defense. Because they don't do much damage anyway. Unless they are magic, of course. Soldier, soldier. What that is?
Go! Get out of here! It's a trap!
Okay, well, was that cheating? Probably take a little bit more damage now, and I do get hit though.
My gods, the hero of Melsenshire. I'm so sorry to have led you into that trap. I had no choice. They threatened to torture me. Forgive me. I've been wounded. Don't have the strength to care for myself.
What can I do?
If I'm going to get back to camp, I'll need a powerful healing potion.
Yeah, I have.
Do you happen to have one on you?
Yes. No, I don't. Sorry.
That feels better. It will be a while before the full effects take hold, but the potion did its work. If you escort me to the exit, I'll meet you back at Camp Moondown. Move fast. I'm proof of what happens to those traveling alone. Goodbye.
Master healing potion. How are we with? Check how are we with? Yeah, we got plenty. There's one weird armor. You do more damage, but you take more damage. It's like, okay. How this game is, I wouldn't use it. Okay, so I have to make you survive now.
For all your help.
Healing. Don't need any.
Goodbye.
Bye. But I'm gonna explore that little last part we didn't check out. Plus I didn't want to take him that way in case we met enemies. Destroyed. Come on. Wasn't even close to that one. dodge away and I still get hit. It. Could be something interesting back there, but no. I'm ready. Soften it. I like the music in here. It's a little bit spookish.
Is back? Great news! A healer will patch our wounds, but we'll need our weaponsmith too. I don't suppose you'd agree to help us again.
I don't know, with your sassy attitude.
Anella is a curious sort, impetuous, full of wild ideas, better suited to the Scholia Arcana than the army. She talked a lot about the Whispering Caves, so that's a good place to start. Goodbye.
Probably should go and sell off stuff, I see. Zorro. Made me think about Zorro for some reason. Pretty nice damage. Oh, so tempted to use that one. We are gonna have to go in. Oh, this private.
Hey, you're the hero of Melsenshire. I've heard all about you. Private Eyeless Ilva at your service. Don't have much for supplies, but you're welcome to them.
Healing stuff, huh? Crafting stuff. And repair stuff. Okay. Check this one. I did not.
Legend has it that the wall surrounding Alabastra forms a perfect and natural...
Yeah, I don't care what you have to say, buddy. Okay. So, we have one up there that we need to kill. We have some more Bolgans and a Bolgan Master there. Probably should kill these first and then go up here, because otherwise these are probably gonna join in. Freaking priest, man. Give it a test. My health regen won't be as good though. Okay. There we go. Let's see how now. I wonder they are up there. Here we go. Oh, how did it miss him? Excuse me? Oh my god, where the heck did all these damn sprites come from? Legs armor broke, so I need to repair. See. Well, that was a lot more shit appearing for no reason from somewhere. Okay, that. I'm not gonna go in there and hoping the sprites doesn't appear. Buddy. It has like 100 less armor though. Ooh. That's only if I crit, it's good. Not that much crit. Fortunately. That was a cheesy one. Just stand behind cover a bit and hit them anyway. The thing is, we have to go up and around. Oh my. Do 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 do. I think I'm gonna have this one right now. What? Running towards me, then he has disappeared like. Oh. Oh no, it's that weirdo coming. Teleport somewhere else. More sprites. Whispering caves. Ah, to you too, buddy. Yep, let's see if we can find a blacksmith now then. Some coffee. Coffee out! Panic! Okay, this setup we have right now, the damage setup, and it's just nuts. With the bow, that is. Burn them out! We had to clear the way though, because I assume we had to hold his hand on the way out. Hear that? I do have that effect on them. It doesn't look like there's any enemies on the way back. Better walk here and make sure. I which way I dodged there was like enemies. I don't get it why they have made that enemies can like detect and come running from far distance. I think I hear something a mile away. Let's go and investigate. So more enemies down here. Zealot and spellcaster. Okay. There's a normal peasant. Could try and disarm those and see what kind of material I get out of them. Oh, you know there's something that's in the spawn here, right? What? I don't know what the shooting at this one point there. Sorry, blacksmith, but you know, loot is more important. Hello, Anilla.
Fool. I was counting on the Tuatha guards to lead me to the staff once I got out of here. Now I'll have to consult the grimoire and retrace my steps. Thanks for nothing.
Can I shoot her now? What an ungrateful...
Very funny. What are you even doing? Oh, I see. The captain sent you, didn't she? Go back and tell her I'm not leaving without the Breath of Arbor.
What is the Breath of Arbor?
It's a staff crafted by the brilliant Dokkalfar mage, Arbor. According to his writings, he imbued it with great summoning powers in Prismeer.
Are you planning to get him?
Come, I'll show you.
Okay, seriously, lady? Running in circles? Look at that.
What? Thank you, I suppose, for getting the staff back from those Tuatha. No point in keeping it for yourself. It'll only work for one such as me who can understand its whispers. Escort me to the exit where it is safe, and you can give me the staff there.
You're so rude.
What?
What? What? Come on. Move it. Put an arrow in your butt.
What?
Did you say something else then except what? What?
The Tuatha don't stand a chance against me now.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Today's wrong.
You found the weaponsmith? Alive? I must admit I'm shocked. And she brings with her a powerful magic? Such aid is more than welcome. And well-timed. The Tuatha are on the move. Goodbye.
Hello.
Boy. No way we're rolling that way. What the heck, man? How was this all of a sudden like a whole... that was a lot of them that just came running in.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Oh, come on! What the hell? Oh, I hate casters, man. It's so frustrating when they are so far away and you have no idea they're casting at you. Ah. Oh my god! Okay. What the heck?
I will stay and fight.
Yeah, I don't know how there's like no way I can keep her safe from all this. Yeah, so it said I failed. Come on, there's like no way I can keep her alive. No way. It's like that stupid quest where I had to be in that castle and kill somebody. And she couldn't die either. I had to like go invisibility potions and everything else just to get by all these Jotuns. Probably can use my fate, but I just want to see. Maybe. Well, yeah, it's a reckoning one too. It's not wrong saying that. I just call it fate. I save it there, and we do a load. I'm gonna have to use my big weapon so I can do some nasty damage here. Let's just use this one. No, what? Come on, I saved it. Ah, shit. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to use the fates. Let's do it normal. Do a quick save again.
You found the weaponsmith, and she bring well timed. The Tuatha goodbye.
How are things going? Keep your eyes peeled.
Okay, what? Okay, so how come it was so few enemies this time? The previous one, there was like a second wave of enemies. Now it was like just one. I don't get this. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's just...
Thanks to you, we might actually live to see reinforcements arrive. I only hope our forces in Shadow Pass are faring as well. You could bring back the mercenaries. We hired them when reinforcements didn't come, but they've abandoned us. We'll need them if we are to hold a bit longer. Are you up to the task?
But... Mission mercenaries?
They meant to desert us, but didn't get far before the Tuatha pushed them back. They made camp up on the Overlook. You'll have to deal with their leader, Gorham Kane. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's just doesn't make any sense though, that one. Oops. There's a lot of armor on it. Salvage anything really, but
Yes, what's mine is yours. If I have something...